So in this video I finally move on to this floating project, Polynesian style double canoe, which is named Mahi. Yeah, in this video you'll see me wrestling with engines, wrestling with lithium power banks, and lots of sideways steps and some forward steps to getting this boat moving, which is my #1 priority. But it wasn't very easy getting here, and that's where this video begins. Thanks for watching. So I just got to the port of Hull in my not now so trusty Saab because it's just broken down. All the lights are coming on. I think there's a problem with the alternator, potentially the battery. Just watch this. What is going on? I'm actually just going for it. I think the problem is the alternator. I managed to go to like a cheap store and get a jump starter and a battery charger. So that's not good. I can't believe it. The ferry's in the background. The ferry's over there. The AA guy came, put his battery on it just to test it, and it was charging at 19 volts. So the alternator on this car is screwed. The ferry's just sailing away in the background. I'm gonna have to rebook a ferry. Look at all the people. Yeah, I hope you know how lucky you are. Once again, Dad's doing all the work. I could do it myself, but it would probably take 5 times as long. But I'm watching learn. It's a bit fiddly, is it?
Yeah, it's a bit fiddly.
Yeah.
Got to take the turbo pipe off and then got to really just climb on top of here and then get down here.
Newer cars are a bit more difficult to work on, I believe. It's not a new car by any stretch, but compared to something like this. So this is all the stuff that I'm taking. Obviously got the engines and also 2 huge battery banks and a 400-watt solar panel. Yeah, it's gonna be more than enough battery capacity for me to live with.
Make sure it goes back in that way. There you go.
No need to ask, he's a smooth operator.
So the throttle lever on one of the outboards actually snapped off while it was in the car, so Dad's building a new one. This pillar driller was actually given to me by Stu from Sailing Seabird, and Dad took it. So I'm back. Bad news is though, all this is flooded. A bit apprehensive about how the boat's going to be as well, but I'm ready to move in. Filling up again. Bit of water. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be actually. Yeah, not too bad. And my tools haven't been stolen. What the f... Back home. So yeah, it's definitely more of a challenge now. I mean, the good thing is the weather is much nicer. It's not as cold. It's probably going to be quite cold at night, but wading through that water, I think I'm just going to have to get some wellies, some Wellington boots, and just crack on. It's going to be a lot of heavy lifting. I need to move this boat, not only because I need to fix it, but because it shouldn't really be here. So I don't even know what's on the end of the anchor chain. It could just be a big block. I might have to angle grind it off, or I don't know, it could be an anchor, but it's been there for 10 years, so I need some wellies, I need to get my engines over, I need to get my battery banks over, I need to get everything out of my car and over here. This is going to be a challenge. Big challenge. Also, I've got nowhere to poo. Oh, the level's gone down a bit, I think. Yeah. So I have this one. Got a new backpack which can carry stuff. Got all this stuff. And this one is the really heavy one. Got some tomatoes here as well. So that's only half of it. The other half is coming. This backpack is going to be helpful for lugging stuff around. So I'm going to do 2 or 3 more trips today. Water. I've got a stove. So I had this a while but never used it. So that's my galley sorted. A light because it's dark. A cooking pot set for my new galley. Frying pan, boiling pan, some other stuff. Oh, knife and fork. Oh yeah. So I'm going to repeat that 2 or 3 more times, get all my clothes, get the other part of this power bank, and then tomorrow I guess I'll lift the engines onto the boat. That battery bank is incredibly heavy. There was no way that I could get it up onto the deck from the dinghy, so I had to tie ropes to it, and it was really easy then. But whoo, a subscriber, a patron, came by. His name's Olaf, and he's basically given me a shopping bag full of food, loads of drinks, crisps, lots of beer. Thank you so much, Olaf. Hopefully tomorrow we're going to have a look, we're going to see if we can move the engines on. So he's offered to help. 1 more load and then tea time. moved this down out of my living area, but yeah, massive thanks to Bluetti for sending me this. It's basically a 5,000 watt inverter and a 3,072 watt hour lithium battery. So they've sent me this for free, which is super nice of them. So I'm going to go over the specification of it in case anyone else is interested in such a system. Like, yeah, she's pretty big, but I think I can find a pretty good way to store it. So I'm not really using this thing to its full capability at the moment. I'm just using kind of light loads from the DC, but this thing is basically a backup power system that you could use in a house. The capacity with just one battery will allow you to run a 10 watt phone for about 750 hours, a 40 watt life support machine for 200 hours, and it could power a 55 watt fan for 140 hours. So there's a max of 5,000 watts across all of these outlets with I think a 10,000 watt surge. So yeah, I could very easily, and I probably will do, power a fridge off this. So this panel as well that they've given me is 350 watts, which is super nice. It folds up. You can basically charge it up to 3,000 using solar. So you could hook up loads of these solar panels. So you have a fancy little touchscreen. You can see how much is coming in, and it's really simple. You can check your battery information and all that. So the inverter connects to the battery. So yeah, like I said, this is a 3,072 watt hour, and you can put 6 of those if you wanted. Yeah, for me personally, like, I really like this system because there's no hard work involved. Everything's in one. You've got your battery, your inverter, battery management system, little control panel. I think it's got 16 outlets, so it's got everything all in one. So for me personally, I'm not too gifted when it comes to electronics and electrics, so yeah, this just makes my life so much easier, so much faster. Massive thanks to Bluetti for sending it to me. It's going to be super helpful for me, like powering all my power tools, especially here at Anchor, because I'm going to have to cut quite a lot of wood, because I think I might need to make another platform for the Anchor. So yeah, this is going to be really useful. Check out the link in the description for a special deal on this one. And yeah, thanks very much to Bluetti. Yesterday, Olaf surprised me and came to see me and offered me his help. So, thank you very much.
No worries. Actually quite easy. We should be good.
Oh,
That's all fine.
all good. Okay, take it away, Olaf. In a previous video, I asked if there was anyone who had any tools that were surplus to requirements, and Sander got in touch. He's just driven away. He's given me loads of tools. I've got a backpack full of tools, sanders, saws, stuff like that. And also in the back of my car there's a Workmate, yeah, circular saw. So my tool collection is getting good. So yeah, it's always good to have a good selection of tools. Sold all my tools with the last boat, so don't have anything pretty much apart from a drill. But yeah, thank you so much, Sander. Just another day of buying the stuff that I need to make more progress, getting more tools. Thanks to Sander for sending me all those tools. The workbench, I've got a circular saw in the car. I can do what I need to do to get this boat moving. Oh, stagger boards and rudders. So my rudders are basically free to move up and down. So there's a chance that they've come off this, which is called a pintle, at the bottom of the skeg. So hopefully I can just lift them back on. And also there's a little lashing there which goes at the top of the rudder stock. So it says there, lashing to stop rudder lifting off the skeg. Fingers crossed I can fix this in the water. I'm not going to film it because there's a good chance that the camera will go overboard, but I'm just going to fit this, which is basically going to link the controls to the engine. We were using the hand controls on one of them, so I need to fit that. And also this nifty little piece that Dad made, and yeah, get all the fuel and stuff hooked up. Okay, so there should be a rusty nut on the end of here connecting these two. However, it's been lost, so I've MacGyvered something that works. I've just tried it with the control. Hose clamp, 2 tyre wraps which connect those, and I can also adjust it as well by tightening up the tyre wraps. And yeah, it's a temporary solution because there's nothing else I can do right now. Drills died. This one's not good. There's no water going through the engine. What the f***? There was actually a little bit of water coming out, but not that much. I'll compare it with this one. Yeah, this one's not pumping anything near as much as the other one, so something's really not right with it. The port side engine was really good. I just need to pull it and it ticks over nicely. Controls seem fine. Obviously the starboard one, I checked it again, there's no water coming out of it, so yeah, I don't know how to get the engine onto the boat, whether I could pull it up like that, or I'm gonna just see if I can locate the rudders onto the pintles. I think I've almost got the one on this side. This one's a bit bent, so yeah. So this was supposed to be supporting the rudder stock from coming off the pintle, but it's rotted off on the bulkhead. I'd already found the rot down there as well, but this was blocking the post, so hopefully now I can get the rudder post located on this one. So everything actually appears okay. Hopefully this pin slipped and that's why it's not been spinning. Hopefully that's why. I don't know. The only other option it could be is this pipe, if that's blocked, because that carries water up. So that was a lot of hard work, taking out the engine, putting it back, to find that obviously it's not working anymore. But I've been chatting to my dad and he went up to his unit and he found like a little foamy rubbery gasket, and I think the problem, or we know now pretty much the problem, is that pipe that is not being sealed properly because there's a gasket missing which must have fallen out when we were working on them. So yeah, so it's nice to know that that's probably what the problem is. From now on I'm going to be focusing on putting those beams on, sorting out the rudders properly. I'll just need to get the parts that I need for that engine and then we'll be good to go. So yeah, it's coming together nicely. It was a bit difficult at first because I wasn't sure about parking, but I think I'm okay in that respect. So yeah, everything's all good. A massive thanks to everyone for watching these videos. I really appreciate you just watching. Of course, all the names coming up on screen as well. Thank you to you guys. There's going to be a lot of names because it's been a while since I actually uploaded a video, so thank you so much to you guys for helping me keep the dream alive. Once I get the boat to a boatyard, then there's probably going to be quite a lot of money spent on it. So thank you very much, you guys. Okay, see you in next week's episode. Hopefully we can get the boat moving smoothly.